Hi everyone! So today I'm actually going to be doing a review on the FitBit Charge 2. It's one of their newest additions to the FitBit family. And I just want to point out right now, this is not a sponsor video at all. I bought my Fitbit myself with my own money at Target, and I've been using it for a few weeks, and I just wanted to share my overall opinion on this specific Fitbit. So right off the bat, the price of this one, I actually got mine, it was on sale at Target for $129, but regular price, and I know that on the Fitbit website right now as this video goes up, it's not on sale, it's $149.99, and then they have two new colors. One is like this lavender with the silver like rose gold, and one is black band with the silver bit as an onyx color, and those are $179.99. So those are a little bit more expensive. You're paying for the premium band and the color of the metal rather than the Fitbit itself. So this one I decided to get because the Blaze, I think it's called, was just a little bit too chunky on my wrist. My coworker had one and I tried it out for a couple of minutes and I just didn't love how large it was. So I took advantage of the sale and I got mine for like $20 cheaper, which was really nice. So a couple of the key features that it has: it will record your steps. Right on the first screen, it'll show your steps down there underneath the date. And then if you were to tap the screen, it goes through the different features. So the first screen is the steps, second screen is your heart rate, third is your calorie burn. I don't exactly know how accurate that is, but your calorie burn so far during the day. And then number of stairs that you have gone up, and I believe that it's not accurate. Number of stairs is really just, it counts a certain number of steps that you've taken in a row, and that's what it considers you going upstairs is. And then after that, it shows how many minutes you've been active, and it'll show you, for me personally, I need to get 250 steps every hour 9 times in a day, and I'll show you that. But when you click through, it'll show you your heart rate, and then you can choose an exercise, and that's pretty nice. And then you just hold down the button, and then that will record how long you're doing that exercise for. It'll record the average number of calories you probably burned, how far you went, things like that. It comes with a stopwatch. The Charge 2 comes with a option for like breathing exercises where you can relax for 2 minutes. You can set a silent alarm, which will vibrate on your arm when you set it for, and that'll wake you up, and it actually does wake me up, which is surprising. I really didn't think it would. You can turn notifications on and off as well if you wanted to get your text messages and your Fitbit messages scrolling across the screen. You can turn those on. I've turned them off because I feel like that drains the battery life and the battery life of my phone just a little bit too much. And then it will show your battery life as well, which is an option you can turn on through the Fitbit website or app if you have that on your phone. And then you're back to the beginning. So what I really genuinely love about this is that it's small enough that it doesn't feel obtrusive, like it's not in the way when I'm working or when I'm working out. The main features that I use it for, the app has a food diary, which I really like. You can set the number of calories that you want to eat based on how much weight you either want to lose or gain, and it will calculate. Now, it's not fantastic if you're making your own food. Then you have to kind of go through and say, I used half a cup of pasta, I used I don't know, like 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you have to put those in separately to get like an accurate reading. I've been kind of eyeballing it. Unless you go somewhere that's actually really well known, then it'll probably be listed. You just search for it, like yesterday I had some frozen sweet potato fries, and I just searched the brand Alexia, and there it was, and I grab it and say how many pieces I ate, and it gives you the average number of calories that you ingested. So I use the food diary because it helps me maintain smaller portions and thus a lesser calorie count, which is always nice. I also use it for steps. I find that this really gets me moving when I look at it and I go, oh, I only need like 50 more steps for this hour, and then that's complete, and that's just one down, like 6 to go. And you can also set like an average number of steps that you want to reach every day. Mine is 8,000 because I'm new to the Fitbit and I don't walk that often. Like today I have my day off and I'm not doing anything. I'm literally sitting like in my boyfriend's room just waiting for him to get home. So I'm not really doing much of anything. And I've already gotten 2,700 steps and it's 2 o'clock. So that's not a great number of steps. But considering how I did a workout video this morning, I feel like I've done more than I usually do on my days off. So the other thing I love is the heart rate. Mine always stays somewhere around like the 76, 80, because I am always trying to move as opposed to being in a resting state, which is I think is about 66. My other absolute favorite feature of the Fitbit is the fact that you can time your workouts. You just click to the workout screen and then you can tap the screen to get to the workout that you're doing, either running, if you're on the elliptical, if you're on the treadmill, if you are doing weights, if you're doing interval workout. You just hold the button down, it starts the timer, and then you go, and it keeps a track of that, and it's really, really great because there is a number of active minutes per day that you can set up through the app, and you really want to try to get that number of active minutes because then it records everything that you do and it gives you a readout at the end of the week of average calorie loss per day, average cardio per day, average weight loss, whatever it might be, which I thought was really nice and helpful. So that is what the app looks like. It just has your steps up here, and then you can scroll through it, and you've got the food diary down there. It tallies your water intake, and then you can put in pounds. It tells you how well you slept, which is a nice feature. I also like that it will record while you're sleeping. You can just leave it on your wrist and it will record how many times you've been restless, how many times you've woken up. I don't know exactly the science behind it, but every time you lift your wrist up, or it should happen, doesn't always happen, when you lift your wrist up, it's supposed to turn on. So I'm assuming that if you happen to twist your wrist in a certain way and it turns on, it registers that it's turned on. And that will be like, oh, you were restless at that moment. And the other thing I really like is, like I said, I did 37 minutes of active time today. And I did that through the FitStar app. And that is just an app of workout videos, and you can get premium and pay for some of the other ones, but I just did the free ones today. And it was a very easy, not necessarily easy workout, but it was definitely at my level. And at the end of every single workout that you do, you either choose that was too easy, that was just right, or that was brutal. And then you can do, if it was reps, you go how many reps did you actually do, and if it was minutes, you say how long you were able to do that workout for if it weren't for the actual number of minutes. As for the actual Fitbit itself, they do have interchangeable bands. This is not new. I think all of them, except for the Charge one, did not have an interchangeable band. I know that. But this one does. You just pop it right off, and you can get a leather band, a cloth band. I'm not interested in getting any of the extra accessories. This one's just fine. When it starts to break, I'll get a new one. The Charge, when it is ready to charge, it will tell you the battery is getting low, which I think is really nice. And so it charges for me personally in an hour to less than an hour. So it's very, very quick. And then for me and what I use it for, it will last about 4 days before it tells me that I need to recharge it. I think I charged this on Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, and it still has a 50% battery life right now. Overall, I love this Fitbit. Like, it's one of my favorite things. I think it makes me feel like I need to be more active. It makes me feel like I need to eat better, be healthier, etc. And it really just pushes me to lose a little bit more weight, get a little bit more muscle, whatever it is. It just makes me feel like I need to go out and do this. It's just an excellent tool to supplement your exercise routine or your diet habit. It's just, it adds that little extra bit of calculation to what you're doing regularly, and it'll help you be a little bit more accurate, I think. Would I recommend this to anyone? I think I would, especially if you're already a pretty active person or you want to become more active. If you are neither one of those things, I don't think the Fitbit will change your outlook on exercise and dieting. I think you would get bored with it after a couple of weeks and never use it again. It would be kind of a waste of money for you. But if you are into exercising, if you are into dieting, if you just want something extra that will help you get more motivated, I think that the Fitbit is an excellent tool for that, and I would say it's probably worth the $150 for the standard charge too. They do have a couple of different options. I know that the Blaze is, I believe, almost $200. They've got a Flex 2 that just came out. They have the original Flex. So they do have a lot of different options at a lot of different price points, and I would say go to fitbit.com and see what would work for you. But like I said, I would definitely recommend the Fitbit to anybody looking for just an extra motivation. It would just supplement your routine quite nicely. I think it's supplemented mine for sure. I'm actually getting out almost every single day to the gym to work out, or if I can't, I'll stay home and do a FitStar video. If you don't like to exercise, if you don't need to exercise, if you don't need to diet, then you don't need the Fitbit. But if you like to do those extra things and you like to have a little bit more accurate measurements, if you like to have the number of steps counted, if you like to have everything tied into one, I would definitely say that you should try out the Fitbit. And if you do purchase the Fitbit, they usually do about a 45-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, you can just ship it back and get your money back. It's that simple. I hope this was a little bit helpful. I don't know how into detail I really went there. I just kind of gave my thoughts on it. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. They did not send me my Fitbit. They don't even know who I am. I bought my Fitbit at Target by myself with my own money, and I have just, honest to goodness, been absolutely loving it. It is like attached to my wrist. It feels weird to take it off now. So I hope that maybe if you were thinking about getting the Charge 2, this kind of may help you make up your mind a little bit. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!